Today on Karamo, 32-year-old Kyla believes this man is her father.
I was yours.
She was.
And you left me.
And believes this woman is her aunt.
We have a beautiful family.
But for many, many years when she was a child,
Driving my bike, trying to find them.
everyone lived around the block from each other.
You knew I was around the corner
You knew
and
it.
you never came.
And
I
she
was
wanted
told she
And I
wasn't
feel
mine.
like if you
A DNA test will be unlocked.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Is Kyla a part of this family or not?
I want you to be prepared. It might not go how you want it to go.
Friends, my guest Kyla says she's here to unlock a 32-year-old DNA mystery. When Kyla had doubts about the man that raised her, she learned that her possible biological father could be his childhood best friend. Tyrell claims he's always known he could be her father, but when Kyla asked him to take a DNA test last year, she says he ghosted her. Everyone, please welcome Kyla to the show. Hi. Ah! You just called me fine? You're
Andy.
fine. Look at this cute situation.
You are my TV husband.
Does that mean I propose to you right now? Will you marry me?
But I have a husband, a
Okay.
fiance, and a baby daddy.
Okay, it's all
One
work.
more couldn't
You
hurt.
look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look gorgeous. Thank you for being here today.
you,
And
thank
thank you for that love. I appreciate it. So we got to get to this while you're here. So when you were a child, did you know who your father was?
I always grew up with one dad, all the way
Yes.
up until I was 3, and it was questions. He left, he disappeared,
Yeah.
and I was told that his friend was my dad.
Yeah.
And that story has always stuck.
Yeah. So who was that person that said that to you that caused those doubts?
Family,
Yeah.
they sent this pretty baby, and they was like, sir, ain't yours. Yeah, you need a DNA test.
I don't mean to laugh. It's because of the way you said it. So, yeah.
And they were so serious.
Yeah.
And as soon as they said it, he was gone.
Wow. Did you have a father figure, and how did that affect you?
I didn't. So I grew up with just my mom,
Yes.
my siblings, and she did her best. And I can't blame her. I always longed for that because my other siblings had it, and I didn't. And I'm the oldest. So growing up without that father figure made me this tough. Always had to fight. Always had to prove where I belonged.
Yeah.
And I get tired of having to prove that I belong somewhere.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'm still having to fight
Yeah.
because I feel like only certain family, oh, you're his when he's around. But if he's not around, then I get this pushback. I get this, oh, I see you at the grocery store and you won't speak.
Yeah.
So I'm only your niece, I'm only your cousin when he's
here.
around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I belong. So if we're gonna be cousins when he's around, I just wanna be cousins and your niece when he's not around.
Yeah. So when did you eventually get in touch with Tyrell?
It was in 2010.
Okay.
I was about to graduate high school, Mother's Day.
Yes.
I was becoming a mother for the first time, and I met my brother. I wound up getting the phone number, calling him, and no communication for 4 months. And when I had my baby, I think my mom might have got in contact with him,
Yeah.
and he came 2 weeks after me and the baby got out the hospital.
So describe what it was like meeting Tyrell for the first time.
Awkward,
Yeah.
and it's still awkward.
Yeah.
I still feel like a question mark.
Even from 2010 to now, it's still awkward with
It's
him?
still awkward. I
Yeah.
feel like it has to be like a situation in order for us to, it's never, I'm gonna meet you on my own terms. It's always, it has to be a situation, it has to be a party, it has to be a gathering. And that's when we kind of meet. It's never, I'm gonna just pull up on you and let's go to dinner.
You tried to take a DNA test with him before, right? What happened?
I wasted my money, my time, and my gas now. No matter if anybody else is for sure, I want to be for sure. And I called him, and he was like, well, I'm finna go meet up with a friend, and I'll call you back in Karamo. We here.
Nothing.
We here. He wouldn't answer his phone.
What was his response later to that?
He got back home, and he called, and he was like, well, if you want to do it, I was ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't asking him to pay
So
for anything.
he didn't really like own up to it.
No, it was just like, okay, well, whenever you ready, I'll do it.
You're like, I was ready. I paid for the test. and I got my
Correct. And
car.
it's like, I understand when you're in town, you want to hang out with your friends, but you also have to heal me. You also have to be that that part, that bridge that connect us too. I
Yeah.
can't connect us on our own, on my own.
Yeah. I hear you. Sorry, you know I take notes.
We'll take them.
Okay, I take
Hear
notes.
me, child.
Okay, I take notes.
Hear me.
So I know you said that there was problems with the newfound family.
I just hear little talks.
What did they say?
You hear, nobody's gonna believe you. I wanna feel connected and be connected and have that reassurance that, you know, you guys are.
What about your siblings? Do they embrace you?
I have my oldest brother, and if this DNA test come out, his nickname is gonna stick. I call him my big little brother.
So what would this DNA outcome do for you? And what do you want it to be?
I feel like as of now, the DNA test will help me heal the little girl inside of me. Whether he wants to connect after this or not, it allows me to take steps of reassuring that I don't have to go seek for what it is I'm looking for.
If he is your biological father, do you want to connect?
I do, but I don't want to connect on, I'm gonna just call you and say I love you, and then I'm hanging up and I don't talk to you until the next month.
So what does a connection look like for you?
For right now, it's a call. Hey, how you doing? I love you, I'm at work, I'll call you later. And I don't hear from him for like 2 months.
So consistent.
Yeah, he needs to.
And then what else?
I
What does
want him to
connection
get to
look-
know me. I feel like he don't know who I am. And
what
I'm
does that
his
look
only
like?
daughter.
What does that look like?
I want him to know my good and my bad, what I've been through, how I overcame, and how it made me a strong woman. Like, my dad don't understand. I am strong. Even when I pose to be weak, I'm strong.
Yeah.
But I lost my grandmother. And so that bridge of having somebody to fall on, I don't have it no more. So I need him to be that bridge that I need to fall back on, because I don't always want to be strong.
Yeah.
I want to have my weak moments, but I want to have those weak moments with my dad, a man I can trust.
Got it, I understand. All right, so we're gonna meet Tyrell in a bit, but first, I'm interested to learn more about this family mystery from Tracy, one of Tyrell's sisters. Everyone, please welcome Tracy to the show. Hi, Tracy. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Let me give you a hug. You look beautiful as well.
She a baby doll.
So, what is your thoughts on this DNA mystery?
Well, I'm just in the middle, like I'm about to be.
Yeah.
I'm always in the middle. I've been around since the thought of her, you know, from him. He came home one day like, I think that little girl around the corner is mine.
So Tracy, if you knew, why didn't you try to do something? Try to come see me.
It's two people that Kyla grew up around the block from.
Driving my bike, trying to find them.
But is this woman her aunt, and is this man her father?
I want you to be prepared. It might not go how you want it to go.
I always grew up with one dad, all the way up until I was 3. He left, he disappeared,
Yeah.
and I was told that his friend was my dad.
Yeah.
Always had to fight, always had to prove where I belong.
So what will this DNA outcome do for you, and what do you want it to be?
The DNA test will help me heal the little girl inside of me.
He came home one day like, I think that little girl around the corner is mine.
If you knew, why didn't you try to do something? Try to come see me.
Because
It's a void of knowing that you're a child and your aunt's,
he's older than me
your aunt's
by
around the corner.
years.
And you
I
never
wish I
came.
would have took that responsibility.
Yeah. You didn't know how to get involved.
No.
Yeah.
As
I
a
don't blame her.
youngster, I did
Yeah.
not know the first step, the first thing. But he did say it, you know.
So why hasn't your family embraced the possibility that Kyla could be Tyrell's daughter?
It comes from generations. Our race,
Yes.
we go through this a lot.
Yes, we do.
That's my child. That could be my niece right there. I don't even know her. So we can't base it off of a look.
Yeah.
So I guess accountability and really wanting to know the truth plays a role in
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Karamo, I really feel like they try to nitpick. This look like this person, and your eyes, and you got the nose, and
Yeah.
I
we
think
do
they try
that.
to build it to believe it.
So when you look at Kyla, do you see the family traits?
Get into it.
Since y'all-
Yes.
Yeah? You do?
Yes, but that's a scary thing too, because blood don't lie.
What do you want to address with Kyla today?
I want you to be prepared, because this could go any way. It might not go how you want it to go. Are you prepared for that?
Are you? Because I see you getting emotional.
Are you prepared for that?
I am at 32, but I don't think the 8-year-old me is.
Yes.
Because she's going to have to keep looking.
Yeah.
And she got to keep asking the questions. Even though I'm grown, I shouldn't have to figure out grown people things for a child. It's not fair.
It's the truth. You know, that's one of the things I say on this show often is when it comes to this generational pain and this generational trauma and these, this DNA mystery, it's like you're trying to solve something that as a child you should have never had to deal with.
Exactly.
You're trying to solve the pain from adults who couldn't make proper decisions.
Exactly.
And still not.
Yeah.
And
Because I had to bring him here.
Yeah.
I'm taking some of that responsibility, because he did come and tell me. I think that
And I'm
little
like,
girl,
Mama,
and he
I
came
got
with a picture.
aunties, I'll beat you up and I'll call my auntie.
You wanted that.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted that.
We had a picture of her from being a baby, and we always saw
So
this
y'all were
picture. Why
aware.
didn't we never ask?
Aware. So it's like, oh, we always had your picture hanging up. You was this gorgeous baby. Was I not worth your love to just come around the corner and
Yes.
find me?
Yeah.
Stop. We went through a lot of trauma in the meantime and in between time.
Yeah.
It was not just you, Kyla. Big things were happening in our family
There's
structure.
something that you said earlier that like it slipped in and it's sticking with me and I wrote it down. You said, well, I wish that when I found out about you that I would have came around the corner. Are you just being, is that a euphemism of
No,
like, I
that's
wish?
truth.
So she was
Because
literally
I knew
around the corner?
I
Literally,
was literally
she was around
driving
the
my
corner.
bike, trying to find them.
Literally
Around
around
the
the
corner.
them, asking questions about them. No matter what the family was going through, I felt like y'all make me feel like I wasn't worth coming and look for.
That's not true.
It makes me
That's
feel
not
like you didn't
true.
care
I know
because
it's
you
not
cared
true, but
about
can
that
you understand
person
why she
feeling,
feels that
that
way?
person
I do
feelings.
understand.
Yeah.
But then now you have me at 32, and it's like,
I
but I
do
was good enough to only
understand.
hang a picture up in your house.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough for you to come around the corner
that's
and
kinda-
find me.
Is this man Kyla's father?
I was yours.
She was.
And you left me.
Is this woman Kyla's aunt?
And you knew I was around the corner,
knew
and
it.
you never came.
A DNA test you will never forget is about to be unlocked. Here you go.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So when you look at Kyla, do you see the family traits?
Didn't too.
Since y'all-
Yes, but that's a scary thing too.
So it's like, oh, we always had your picture hanging up. You was this gorgeous baby. I wasn't good enough for you to come
Isn't
around the
that-
corner
that's
and
kinda-
find me.
That's a guilt trip.
And it's not my fault that all the baby
That is a
mamas
guilt
have to
trip right
deal
there.
with. They wasn't first, they wasn't second. I don't care.
Yeah.
At this point, that's not my
That
trauma
wasn't
to
your,
deal with.
that wasn't your job.
Who put up that photo?
My oldest sister.
Your older sister
She
put up
had
that
it in
photo.
her house every day.
She put it up.
Yep.
And she's
So-
the main
And
one
where,
did the
and
DNA
where she
test.
get it from
Wow. So the sister that put up your photo,
is the main one who
that is-
doesn't believe it.
She feels
Sorry,
like me.
guys.
When
Without
you know,
naming
you
it.
know. But when
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna accept you.
Yeah.
And to break a circle of women that is so tight to
And
allow me
we
to
are a
come
family of women.
yeah.
And
I know.
that's why I
but
feel
the
guilty.
psychology behind it, I'm gonna put up your photo and acknowledge you, but
But
then
not.
reject you.
And I needed you.
I know you did.
When
That's
things
why I'm here
wasn't
right
going
now.
right, when I was
That's
making
why
bad
I'm sitting
decisions,
right
I
here
needed
right
aunties.
now. That's why
Yeah.
I'm
I
sitting
needed
here.
my dad.
Yeah.
I needed somebody to say, I'm gonna fight for you, I'm gonna look for you. And when I come around, all I get is, I hung a picture up of you.
Yeah.
So you got this one picture, how about I went through stages? I wasn't just a baby at one point.
How long did you live around the corner?
Years.
We stayed there for like 10 years.
And
I
that
don't know how
house-
long her
and that
mom
house that we
stayed
took that
there,
picture
but
at, when I
we
finally
were
met
at
my
that
dad for the
address for
first
like
time,
10 years.
That's the house he conceived me in.
Wow. Okay. So why are you upset with your brother?
Accountability, responsibility, acknowledgement. That's it.
Yeah.
I need to know that you understand you dropped the ball. You are an athlete.
Does he know that?
You're athletic by nature, so you know dropping the ball is like you
Yeah,
lose.
you don't drop the ball. Yeah.
I don't want to call you a loser, but we lost.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
lost one of ours.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time that we meet the man that Kyla believes is her father. Everyone, please welcome Tyrell to the show. What's making you emotional?
Because she looks like my mother.
We know how looks go. You can look like somebody and it still come out that you're not. And so that's why I say they take bits and pieces of me and try to
accept
form this. You are, accept it.
Yeah, you accepting
It's try-
bits of me,
this
but
auntie is the
you
only
gotta
auntie that
take
be like,
on
girl,
me.
you look like my mama.
Yeah. Got it.
But it's against the will of everybody else in the family. When I say this, I get pushed back.
Tyrell, you quiet, and I feel like this has been a pattern for all these years. Cause
No, I know where my baby was at.
okay.
But as a man, I had to step away because
But what?
her mom was dealing with somebody else. And the worst thing I could do is to force myself to be around or, demand to be around. Her mom didn't want me
I'd rather
around.
you have
But what about speaking up? What about telling the world what you came and told me that one time?
You are
said,
my
I
world.
think
So I told
I'm
you, I
part
didn't have
of
to tell
it, but
nobody else.
you told me and I was this little.
Okay.
You said, I think that little girl is mine. But
Yeah.
that's it.
That's all I had.
But then
was
you
a
went
thought.
on to live your life.
I never lived my life.
But we left
I knew
her.
my baby was around the corner.
We stopped life for her. We didn't pour into her. She missed out because we have a beautiful family.
Yeah, we do.
We have a huge, beautiful family that you know in your heart, Tyrell, she missed a lot. She missed
I
those
missed a lot, too.
aunties.
I missed a lot, too.
You missed those cousins.
But Tyrell, you missed a lot because you made that choice.
Yeah,
Because from your own words,
Yes.
you said as a man, I felt
Yes.
like this is what I had to do. I can understand the logic and the framework in your mind of thinking, I don't want to get involved in this drama, especially being younger. But let's make
I
sure
was
that as we're
yours.
yeah, but let's make sure
I
we
was yours.
Well, let's
So
make
it
sure
don't
we
matter
figure this
who was in the picture. I was yours.
She was.
And you left me.
I never left you.
You left. You wouldn't come. I had family members say, I went to your dad and I told your dad to go to the house.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly where you were at and
Yeah, I
never
knew.
showed up.
And then
did
you
know.
had us believing was the guy.
I didn't have
When
nobody
you knew the
believe me.
relationship you had with her mom.
No, her mom told
You
me she
knew
wasn't
more
mine.
of the relationship than anybody.
Well, that's a different information. So did her mother tell you that she wasn't your child?
Yes. And my thing as a man, I wasn't finna come around to say, let me see my baby. That's my baby.
in
When
that
she
fight-
told
But
me
in the
she
same breath,
wasn't.
you said my baby was around the corner. And
Yeah.
you never came.
Because
You
when I
did
saw
say
you,
that.
you were 2 years old.
And you knew I was around the corner
You knew
and
it.
you never came.
And
What was I to
it's
do
not
when your mom is
bash you.
saying no?
The same thing I do when people tell me no, and I still have to get up
No,
and be a
that's
mother
why they
every
call
day.
the police.
Show up.
Brother,
That's
listen.
why they
Be
call the
there.
police. It's different for you, but for me, it's not like
If
that.
they had to call the police
Now,
on me every day to be around mine,
there is a mixed message that has to be acknowledged. But with that information of her telling you, your mother telling him, this is not yours. Can you see, and I'm not trying to justify his actions at all. I understand the mixed messages. But if someone said to me, this is not yours, it does play a part in
Your
why-
decision
in your
making.
decision making. Can you acknowledge that though?
I just felt like I was never nobody's.
Why-
Why not
why
change my
did-
name
why
then?
abandon-
You allowed me to walk around with another man's last name for 30 years. 30 years.
They all grew up around the block from each other.
I had to tell my son, anybody you date, you gotta let me see him because you got a sister out
And
there.
I had to always be concerned of dating my brother.
A DNA test you will never forget is about to be unlocked. Are you ready to open the DNA truth? Here you go.
Goodness gracious.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
I just felt like I was never nobody's.
Tyrell, you quiet. And I feel like this has been a pattern for all these years.
No, I know where my baby was at, but as a man, I had to step away.
But what about speaking up? What about telling the world what you came and told me?
Well,
So it don't matter who was in the picture, I was yours.
She was.
And you left me.
I never left you.
You allowed me to walk around with another man's last name for 30 years. 30 years.
We did try to contact your mom and try to get her on the show. She declined because I think there's a piece of that, especially hearing this information right here. But now let's go back to this. So you were around the corner.
I got a question.
And sure.
Regardless of what happened in your life, why abandon the opportunity to take the blood test once you said in your head after seeing her in adulthood? What stopped you from getting that blood test
Because
then?
can't you look at her and tell?
But we look at our color.
I'm not
she
worried
looks
about
like
no
me.
blood
She
test.
back there can be our cousin. Her back there can be my
That's the
niece.
difference between a cousin and my daughter. That's my daughter
No,
right
we
there.
can't
I knew
go
that,
off of that.
but I
She
was
wanted
told she
something.
wasn't
And I
mine.
feel like if you felt that strong,
We needed that
See,
proof.
you don't know. You don't
And
really
she
know.
cried for that proof,
No.
and you
cried.
denied
Can I
it.
say
And
something?
you turned around and
I
left.
said, I just want my dad.
You
turned
ran
out to be a
again,
great
bro.
kid.
You ran
You did.
again,
But
bro.
don't-
You
don't
ran
take-
again.
Listen to
I
me.
had to fight a
Don't-
lot of fights. that I
Don't
should
believe
not
that
have
I
to
didn't
fight.
come see
You
you.
ran again,
I
bro.
sent you a lot.
You left
I
that
came to that yellow house
situation
a lot
again.
to see you.
And guess
For
what?
the
That
reason
yellow
why,
house still sit right
Yeah,
there.
it's still there.
And I've seen you
So
only
Tyrell,
about 4 times
Tyrell.
in that yellow house
Yeah.
that I've lived in all
But
my life.
it's a lot of things
Tyrell,
you can't
I gotta
recall.
ask you, if you were worried and you said in your mind, I get it. I saw a piece of your son.
Yeah.
If you were worried about her being your daughter, then why didn't you at least try to step up? And to go to your point, when she gave you the opportunity to take the DNA test the first time before you came on my show, why didn't you take it?
Because I told her I don't
That's
have
what
to.
I want to know.
But I understand.
God.
I understand that you're saying, in my heart, I know you're mine. But if you have family members that are not, or rejecting her, or questioning it,
And they
why
rejecting
would
her
you
in
do
your
that?
face. You saw that at the
Man, I don't give
repass.
no- I don't
So you
care
saw-
about
you
how
saw-
them people feel
But
about
that's-
her.
she
either.
does.
It's her.
When
though.
you dismiss that
if you
feeling,
worried about
you
what
dismiss
somebody
my
else
feeling.
feels
Again,
about
you
you, you're gonna
dismiss
be
her
like this
But when
all
you
the
do
time.
that, you
Don't worry about what
dismiss
they feel.
my feelings.
What if you're not mine? So
That's
all
so
these years I've been thinking you're my
And
child.
that's how I feel, and that's why I feel like it should
I
have
know.
been done.
That's
I know.
the fear. That's the fear.
That's the fear. I heard
Do
it.
you
I heard it.
understand that I
They
tell
both got that
everybody
fear.
about you?
She's
And
not
I've
ready
been
for
saying,
that.
oh, he just
Neither
going
are
around
you.
claiming kids.
So you don't
not
want to do
ready.
the DNA test because it's the
I
it's the
did it.
fantasy, it's
I
the
did
dream
it.
of just
I see
saying,
how it's
I got
affecting
my,
you.
I got my
So
daughter.
Tyrell, can I ask you this? The other guy left when she was 3. At that point, why didn't you become some type of father figure?
Oh, my life was totally different then.
What was your life at
I
that
did
time?
a
What was your life?
360
Totally
degree
different.
turn.
So you weren't in a space to do that
No.
at that point.
I ain't gonna
He
say
wasn't.
the space. It was just what I was doing. I didn't need no kids around me.
You didn't.
And
And
my
that's a
mom
whole
made
nother thing.
sure that
That's one of the
to
reasons
tell me
why.
that's kind of the reason why she would never bring me around.
Well, that makes sense now. See,
Like, I just want you to
these
be
little
safe.
details for me allow me to understand if there was just complete denial and disrespect, or if there was some love and some decision making that was trying to protect you. And so hearing that, knowing that
Bottom
you were in
line,
this
she
space,
needs a father.
No, she does
I
need a
need-
father.
She
Clarity.
needed a daddy then, and she needs one now.
She did, and she does. But the only way that I can help, once we get the outcome of this DNA, really help you is if I have the facts to understand why decisions were made.
Are you
Because
ready
they
for
just
that?
as scared as I am.
No.
Are you
They
ready
just
for
as
that?
I used to
scared
pull up to
at
your house to
32,
come get you, and
the
your mama
8-year-old
would
that's
take you in the
scared.
house. She
It's
would
the
take you in the
16-year-old that's
house.
scared in here.
What if she did that because she
So
didn't
you were
want her
16 at
around
the time
you,
when she
though?
was born?
No, I had just turned 17. She's born in
So you were a
September.
teen parent, 17 years old.
Yeah.
Even
But
more
it's
layers
one
to
right
this.
after her.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
we had to deal with 2 kids, one we didn't see and one that we did see.
Yeah, I got it.
In
But
his absence.
My thing is, I had to tell my son, anybody you date, you gotta let me see him because you got a sister out there.
And that
You got a sister that
and when
I
you
can't
get
even
called
So
introduce
that's
you to.
acknowledgement. Is that not
But
acknowledgement?
that and doing that, do you not know me growing up as a young
You
woman
just
wanted to
stated
date?
your failure.
Wanted to date?
I had you
I
with
had
your
to
brothers.
always be concerned of dating
I
my
had
brother.
you with your
Stated your
brothers.
failure
No,
right
see,
there,
this is the thing, because there's a lot of questions here. And I think for me, it's time to unlock the DNA truth that you all have been waiting for. Because I do see, I see the trauma and I see the miscommunication, I see the things, but we're going in a circle right now. And until we know this answer, until we know if, in actuality, if Tyrell is your biological father, I cannot help to decipher the other feelings and emotions that are keeping y'all in this space.
Okay.
And so this is what needs to happen. Tyrell, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What do you hope this outcome is?
I already know what's in there.
What do you hope this outcome is?
That she's my daughter.
What do you hope?
I hope that I can heal the 8-year-old girl. So 32 me can be better. But if it's not, the 8-year-old me have to keep looking.
Got it. Are you ready to open the DNA truth? Here you go.
Goodness gracious.
Please open it and read it out loud for us.
Y'all.
Don't go away and don't miss an unforgettable DNA test unlocked.
What stopped you from getting that blood test
Because
then?
can't you look at her and tell? That's my daughter right
we
there.
can't
I knew
go
that.
off of that.
But
You
you gonna
dismiss
be
her
like this
feelings.
But when
all
you
the
do
time.
that, you
Don't worry about what they
dismiss
feel.
my feelings.
What if you're not mine? So
Whatever.
all these years I've been thinking you're my
And
child.
that's how I feel, and that's why I feel like it should have
I
been
know.
done.
Are you ready to open the DNA truth? Here you go.
Goodness gracious.
Please open it and read it out loud.
You are my
I knew it.
I'm so happy. I'm so glad this is over.
So,
Goodness, I'm glad this is over.
before I get to this, Tyrell, something just happened there that I just witnessed has been a pattern in the way this relationship has worked. You heard the pain, we heard her crying, we heard what she's saying. And when the information was presented that you actually are the father, we have the proof, you did not get up to run to your daughter. And this has been no, I gotta say this because this has been a pattern and this is what's hurting her. Can you switch, positions?
No, I want to step out.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Because the focus.
Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
I told you, baby. I told you, baby. I told you that. You don't need nobody to. I told you that.
You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. It's me you're supposed to believe, not nobody else.
But this is the question for you because now that we have this information, I know how you already feel about this. I know how you feel, but now we got to start going to the 8-year-old little girl. Before you came out here, some of the things that she said to me that I wrote down is, why do I have to prove I belong? Am I worth it? Am I worth your love? These are things. Why didn't you come and find me? I'm listening to the language you're using. And in the moment when you found out for sure, no more questions, why didn't you get up? Why didn't you show her? Why didn't you do this? This is what she's been looking for her entire life, for you to show up. And in this moment when you had the proof, you didn't do it. And I need to figure out why so that you can understand your behavior.
Because all while I was trying to give her my love, I was always pushed away. I always come to see you. When you was a baby, I was always there. But it was other people like, no, don't do this, don't do that.
But Tyrell, in
It's in
this
my heart.
moment right here, nobody was here that was blocking you and stopping you. I watched your actions.
Yeah,
and so the thing is that I can acknowledge the past, but we also have to be aware of the present. And I get how past behaviors can affect us, but this moment right here, when you had the proof that this was your girl, I need you to acknowledge that I should have jumped up and came to you.
I've been jumping ever since I knew she was conceived.
But you haven't. You haven't. I gotta tell you, you gotta break that narrative in your mind. Because your daughter has just told you that she needs to heal that little 8-year-old girl inside of her. You were not there for her the way she needed you to.
Yeah.
Can you apologize to her for that?
I'm so sorry, baby. I should have tried harder.
I love you.
Did you hear what he said? Because I need you to receive that.
I'm here.
I can accept that.
I'm here.
Because I'm be on him like white on rice. Yeah, better ain't set up.
No, but I'm glad you said that. Because before we understood if you were her biological father, there was a reason I asked you a specific question, which you said, I want to connect with him if he is my father. And I asked you specifically, what does that look like? You said to me, I need him to call me. I need him to know the details of my life, which means playing an active role in listening. And I also want him to know that I need to trust that I can fall on him. Those are your words.
You know you
Talk
can.
to your father about those things.
You know you can.
She doesn't know.
I want you to get to know the 8-year-old that you miss, the 9-year-old that you miss, the 20-year-old that you miss. Because she is 32 now.
Well, I won't miss no more.
And everything that you miss built me to who I am now.
Yeah, you strong.
Yep.
But she wants somebody to fall on.
Yeah,
she wants to know that she can depend on you.
I want to be able to say, I'm going to call my daddy and he going to beat you out. I'm going to call my daddy and he going to beat you up.
Tyrell, can you make, and I'm gonna go one by one, and I want, after I say it, I need for you to tell your daughter, and I especially tell the 8-year-old in her, repeat after me. If you only believe it, I will call you consistently.
I'm gonna call you so much you ain't gonna answer the phone.
Yeah, I'm going to call my answer. You better answer.
I'm gonna call you that much. I'm gonna call you every day and I wanna answer.
Kyla, I will ask for details about your life.
I'm gonna call you every day.
Hold on, keep going with me. I'm gonna ask you details about your
I'm
life.
gonna ask you details about your life.
And I'm going to give it to you.
And when you feel weak,
And when
you
you
can
feel weak,
fall on me.
You can fall on me. And you know I mean that. I do, I love you.
Love you too, Dad.
This was me making sure that 8-year-old girl in you was heard. He's made that commitment here publicly, and he clearly said the things back to you, so there's no way later he can be like, well, I don't know. I don't know how you need me to show up. We've given him the blueprint. We've given you the blueprint of how to show up. So now it's up to you to not do what you did here of saying, well, I'm around the corner. It's for you. You got to be the first one every single time to jump.
I will.
Okay?
And I expect that.
Good, you
I
should.
won't miss no more. I promise you.
Yeah. I think y'all going to be all right.
I'll be all right.
Do you have a message for the women in your family, though? Because...
They already know. Just stop hating.
Stop hating. Listen, there go your
they
camera
just-
right there. Let them know.
Stop hating.
I'm going to call my daddy.
Y'all gonna be all right. When you get what you need, you sure you got it? I do love you.
Thank you.
I love you. I love you. This, listen, I'm part of the family too because apparently this is my new TV wife.
Baby.
They didn't know you, so you about to see me at the family reunion. So I guess Dad as well. Dad. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, my beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome. After recording her man at a hotel with another woman,
At a hotel?
Shamika's
that is
husband
it.
actually walked out on her. Today, Shemika has returned. I almost started crying. I just felt your pain. So what happened after that show? Did she take her husband back, or is he gone for good?
You are the foul. Get off my stage.
Hey, friends. So do you remember my guest, Shamika? Shamika came to the show after she went viral. She had posted a video on TikTok after catching her husband, Ifani, at a hotel with another woman on their anniversary. Today, over 4.6 million people have seen that TikTok video. Let's take a look at what Shamika's last appearance on the show.
My wife, Shemika, she caught me in a hotel with another woman.
At a hotel? With another bitch?
But I wasn't cheating on her. That was my friend's girl.
Guess what? You was at Nigeria, bitch! Back to Nigeria! I'm trying, because he's my husband. He's not like a boyfriend. He's not a boyfriend. He's my husband.
That day, that video, I didn't cheat on that girl.
Why was she so disrespectful? She was doing like this. She was like in your face. Why would she be doing that if there wasn't something else going on?
It's like he doesn't care about how I feel.
I'm not getting anything from the marriage.
Then why didn't you just stay in Nigeria and
You know,
leave me
see,
alone?
You always tell me that. You say, I'll send you back to your country.
Just spend time with me. That's all I want from you.
I told you I'm fed up. I'm not happy in the marriage anymore.
Do you want a divorce?
I do want a divorce. I don't care if she send me back to my country. I just want a peace of mind.
He's saying he wants a divorce.
I'm processing.
Yeah, that is it. Come here. 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 You can cry, mourn this loss, but after this, the real work has to start. Thank you. You hear me? Oh my gosh, that started to make me cry. Shemika is back, and I can't wait to hear how things have been since the last time she was on my show. So everyone, welcome Shemika to the show. Shemika, my friend, how are you, beautiful?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm great. I gotta tell you, I've seen that TikTok, so many times, because obviously we shared it. It went viral again on our page, and then, but for some reason, watching again right now, I almost started crying. I just felt your pain. So what happened after that show?
Well, after that show, we came back home, and things still weren't like really too good with us.
Yeah.
He was still putting me down a little and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I remember what Karamo told me. I got to start valuing myself, and I let him go. I sent him on his way.
Good job. Good job. I want to know, did he try to come back to you?
He did.
Yeah.
But
And the reason I asked that question, because I think it's important for women at home who have watched that clip to understand, when he walked off, I knew in an instant, which is why I held you and we talked, that it was performative. It's sort of like, let me make a big grand gesture. Let me show you that I'm the man. And it was an attempt to try to hurt your self-esteem more. And so it makes sense that he came back, but I'm glad you found the courage. Yes?
Thank you.
Yes, I'm glad, yes. So I heard you had big plans this morning. What were those plans? This conversation with Shemika will continue. Are you dating again?
I am. I'm dating. I'm getting
What
back
does
out
she
there.
need to know before getting back into the dating scene? So look out, girl. The man that you deserve is out there, but don't turn red flags green, okay?
Well, after that show, things still weren't like really too good with us. I was like, you know what? I remember what Karamo told me. I got to start valuing myself.
So I heard you had big plans this morning. What were those plans?
Our plans were to go to the courthouse and get the divorce started.
Good job. Great.
I'm so excited to be moving on with my life.
And this is on your terms, correct?
Yes.
Yes, good job.
Yes.
So how do you feel about getting the divorce now?
I am excited for this new journey in my life, to start a new chapter. I'm excited, excited.
So
I'm putting myself first, like you said. I'm moving on with my life. I'm happy. There's no more feelings for him, no nothing. I'm just going.
So I've heard you said that you've been getting a lot of support from other women in the comments. What have you been hearing, or what were you reading?
A lot of women were just being supportive. They were basically saying like they've been through what I've been through, and how like narcissistic some men can be, and they noticed that about him or whatnot. So they were really supportive in what they were saying, and I was like, it helped me. I didn't feel alone. I felt like people understood where I was coming from. Excuse me.
That's the positive side of social media. Sometimes we always hear about the negative of the bullying and the mean things, but when we see somebody in pain and we see somebody who deserves better, I love that we rally around. And so I'm glad that you had that support. Really, I am. Are you dating again?
I am. I'm dating. I'm getting back out there.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about this, because, I look at you now like we family now, okay? I'm a little bit older, so Uncle Ramo's here, so I need to know who you dating.
We're going to talk about that next time. I did fall in
Okay, because what I want to know, I want to make sure, listen, I know that because you weren't here so long ago. I just want to make sure that you've had proper time to heal. And I encourage you to date. I encourage you to see what's out there. But I want to make sure that you're looking out for the red flags from the next guy. Because unfortunately, when we're coming out of one bad situation and going into another one, there's sometimes our blinders are on and we'll only see the good glossy and we won't be looking for those red flags. So look out, girl. The man that you deserve is out there, but don't turn red flags green, okay?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm ready for a man to treat me right, Karamo.
Okay, listen, once y'all get serious, you ain't gotta come on the show, but you gotta give me a call, because I need to scope him out for you, all right? This is how I do for all my girlfriends. I'll be like, bring your man here. Let me check him out real quick so I can give you a little tea, okay?
Yes. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I watched that. I go back and watch that last part of that clip when you were talking to me, and it was the first time that I've actually had a male figure, even because I didn't have my father like through my life.
Yeah.
So it meant so much to me just to have you speak so much life into me in that last episode. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are
let me cry again.
You are an amazing person.
Oh, you didn't make me cry.
I love you. I love you so much. Thank you.
I love you, girl. I love you. I really do. I love you. I'm glad I could be here for you, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you. And thank you for checking in with me. I love hearing about all of my guests' growth, y'all. Shamika, you just keep going, girl, and keep strong. And I'm going to check up on you again, because I need to know who this new man is, okay?
Yes.
All right, bro. Take care.
You too, my love.
All right, Shamika, good luck, and congrats again. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.
Today we're at the courthouse signing our documents for our divorce. I just wanted to thank you for everything. Thank you for helping us and getting clarity on our relationship and where we need to go. All right, I'm signing. All right, it's done. Thank you.